It felt like yesterday. The days grew shorter, the air carried a sharper bite, and the light that once stretched long into the evenings now faded quickly.
Sailors passing on the street, are you ready for peace? Ships are filling up fast, are you ready for ease?
The memory still lingers with me. The first daffodils nodding in yellow clusters.
Get back memories and leave those hurting knees behind.
The air softening. The city shedding its grey for green.
Birds are filling up the sky, are you willing to try? Right.
The gardens filled with colour.
Sing along as they hum and be fulfilled.
The days stretched long again.
Many more will come, many more under the sun. Pack your finest suit.
Winter arrived almost unnoticed, slipping in with its early dusks. The city seemed hushed, the world cloaked in stillness. I felt the weight of the season in my steps, yet within that quiet, I also found space to breathe, to gather my thoughts, to rest. Each frosty morning reminded me that nature itself pauses, and so could I. On a crisp February day, I wrapped myself in layers and set out on a long walk to the Botanical Gardens of Edinburgh. When I entered, it felt as though I had stepped into a pause between worlds. The trees stood bare, their dark branches etched against the pale winter sky. Lawns glistened with dew, edged here and there with frost that sparkled faintly in the light. Yet even in this stillness, life was stirring. Snowdrops blanketed the ground in soft white drifts, delicate and brave in the cold. Crocuses opened little bursts of purple and yellow, small defiant flames against the muted earth. Hellebores bloomed low to the soil, dusky pink and cream petals bowed as if in prayer. The rock garden held tiny surprises. Alpines, mosses, evergreen textures glowing green against stone. The air was sharp and fresh, carrying the scent of damp earth. When the wind moved, it swept through the tall conifers with a sound like whispers from distant forests. Even the glass houses, their windows misted with condensation, seemed to guard a secret warmth. Lush life waiting inside, while the garden outside rested in winter's rhythm. As I walked, I realized the garden was not asleep at all. It was breathing. Slowly, deeply, patiently, waiting for spring's call to awaken.
Grass is greener on this side, are you ready for new? New beginnings, new pride, let your spirit shine through. Many more come, many more.
And then I wandered into the rhododendron collection. Even in February, their presence was powerful. Towering shrubs with glossy green leaves held tight their buds, each swelling with hidden color, waiting for the moment to burst into bloom. Some early varieties had already opened, flashes of pink and crimson brightening the muted landscape. Standing among them, I felt the promise of spring, not just as a thought, but as something alive, pressing forward, unstoppable. I wandered further and found myself drawn to the Chinese hillside, a world within the garden. Stone paths wound past bamboo groves and graceful trees, their branches twisting in sculptural forms. Even in February, the hillside felt alive, a place of quiet harmony. Streams of water trickled softly over rocks, and red wooden railings of the China Pavilion stood out against the winter palette, a symbol of warmth and welcome. Around me, rhododendrons native to China held their tight buds, some already daring to bloom with splashes of pink, a promise of the great displays still to come. After wandering through the gardens, my cheeks pink from the February air, I felt the chill settle in. There's a simple pleasure in stepping into warmth after the cold. And so, I found myself drawn to the cafe near the gardens. The windows steamed gently, the scent of coffee and sugar wrapping around me like a blanket. I chose a slice of cake, soft, sweet, comforting, and sat with it, watching the world outside, still frosted in winter's quiet. It felt like a small celebration. Cold fingers thawing around a warm cup, sweetness against the sharp air of February, a reminder that even in the stillness of winter, there are moments of joy and comfort waiting to be savored. By the time I returned home, the February light had faded completely, leaving the city wrapped in quiet dusk.
I'm there soon. I'm leaving quite
I lit a few candles, their warm glow filling the room and softening the chill that had clung to me all day.
Undercover, baby, is what
Wrapped in a
you
blanket,
ask of me.
I settled into my favorite chair and opened a gardening book.
Soon, I'll
The
be
pages smelled
inside.
faintly of earth and sun, and each word seemed to echo the rhythm I had felt outside in the Botanic gardens.
Safety net. Give me a ride.
The snowdrops,
Going
braving the
far
frost.
beyond where the sun sets.
The rhododendrons, holding their secret buds, the quiet patience of the Chinese hillside. The turning of seasons is not only outside, but within me too. Autumn reminds me to let go, winter to rest, spring to awaken, and summer to bloom. Reading by candlelight, I felt the gentle pulse of life moving through me, a quiet reassurance that after every pause, renewal comes.